Hello everybody! Today I have another review video for you all. Hooray! And today's review video is going to be the first in a new series I'm starting called Lego Review. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's like Transformers review, but it's Lego instead of Transformers. And excuse the change of setup. This is a different desk. It's a different desk than the one I currently do it, and also a different desk than the one I did it in the first 2 or 3 reviews that I ever did. But the reason for the change is that I'm just currently at a different location than where I normally film. Comment down below a name for this desk. Currently I'm just calling it desk number 2, but if you want a different name like desk the second, or even a simple name like Jeremiah or something like that, I don't know. But let's get into the video. So recently, I've been getting quite into Batman. Like, a lot into Batman. I've been watching all the live action movies and stuff like that, and I really like all the movies and stuff. I also recently watched the new The Batman movie, and I love that one. I adored it. But in today's review video, instead of just doing one Batman set, I was going to do 2 Batman sets. Both Batman sets are pretty similar. Well, technically speaking, because they're both Batmobiles, but they're completely different looking. But I'm gonna do two. I'm gonna do 2 Batmobiles instead of just the one because they're both pretty simple. Also, make sure to stay tuned until the end because I'll have a little bonus at the end for all of you people who watched to the end. The 2 Batmobiles I will be reviewing today are the Batman Begins Tumbler and the 1966 Batmobile. But before we get into the Batmobiles, I would like to talk about the minifigures first. So starting off the 1966 Batmobile, it comes with 2 minifigures. They both come with 2 minifigures, a Batman and a bad guy. Pretty much every Lego Batman set will come with at least a Batman and a villain, whether it be multiple villains or Batman and Robin together, but you'll always see Batman and you'll always see a villain. That's pretty much what it is. But these are probably some of the most, maybe not unique, but some of my favorite figures I have. I don't know why, but I just really appreciate the 1966 Batman movie. I enjoyed that movie. And I also enjoy the designs of the characters. The more classic designs are pretty funny and just altogether goofy. I especially like the way that the Joker's has a painted on mustache. If I zoom in right here, you could kind of make out the mustache, but I really like how they added that in. Both of these minifigures have alternate faces and back printing, which on a Batman figure that's going to have a cape on it, you don't really need the back printing, but it's still nice to get it. And I really like the zipper. They're almost intentionally referencing the cheesiness of the 66 movie, which I love. I'm not really going to cover the accessories because you could see them here. It's just a batarang and a gun. It's the exact same on the other 2 figures I'm going to show off, so I'm not really going to talk much about them. And so the second set, the Tumbler set, again, it comes with a Batman and a villain. Like I said, almost all Batman Lego sets have a Batman and a villain, at least. But these figures are based off Batman Begins, and that's a lot darker and grittier of a movie, so we get a lot more detailed characters. We have the Dark Knight Batman here, and it's pretty decent design. The cowl piece is actually pretty good for the Dark Knight. I kind of wish they made a custom one for it with the curved ears, just slightly shorter curved ears, but this is pretty fine. And Scarecrow, I hear a lot of people actually complain about this figure and how it's not really that accurate and that the head should have been a molded piece, but In my opinion, I think it's okay. The only thing I would have liked to change is if they were to change the head color to a more this instead of the sand color that they have. But that's just my personal opinion. Batman has an alternate face, while Scarecrow instead has a pinned up back of the head. And both of them have back printing. Pretty much every figure after 2010 has back printing, and I actually really like the printing on this Batman figure because it's like all organic and you could see the shoulder blades and the spinal cord, which is pretty cool. And probably one of the most interesting things about this Batman minifigure is that he's got an alternate head. Excuse me. But the alternate head is supposed to is referencing the one scene where the Scarecrow gets a taste of his own medicine. And if I zoom in, you could see a bit of detail. Like you could see scary teeth and angry eyes. If I remove the mask, you see more detail. Matter of fact, when you put the mask on, these eyes don't line up. It's actually like two of the freckles up top that line up, which is kind of cool. But I kind of wish they made this a separately molded head that went over a normal minifigure head or something to look, because in the movie it's not a monster wearing a mask. The monster is the mask, and it's a little different looking than this, but this is actually pretty fine for what the set is. Alright, now getting into the meat and potatoes of this video, we are now talking about the Batmobiles. I'm going to start off with the 1966 one, and my goodness, this is an incredible car. So, right off the bat, you could very quickly tell that this is based off the 1966 Batmobile. It's got like all the basic details like the red stripes and the more 60s look of the car. It's a really nice... The Batmobile is a really nice design, and I feel like it's a very underrated Batmobile. And the Lego set almost perfectly captures the feel of the Batmobile in that movie, and it's really cool. They added the 3 pipes at the back. They're supposed to be like thinner and closer together and a little longer in the movie, but that's probably the best they could have done. There's also a little trunk in the back, and I put like all the extra pieces from the set, like all the batarangs and stuff in there, and the extra bullets. If you look inside, you can see that there's a decent amount of detail. This Lego set actually had an absurd amount of stickers. Two of the stickers being 1x1 tile stickers, and these are actually quite annoying to put on. Almost every sticker I put on this set, I had to peel off and put back on. It also comes with a plaque, and if you know, most of these fancy black plaque things that come in all the big UCS sets are kind of annoying to deal with because it's one big sticker. And as you can see, it's already got some scrapes, and it does... Yeah, you could also see where I had to peel it off because I actually put it on upside down. Because with this piece, normally the plaques go like this, but with this set, they flipped it around, so my subconscious mind automatically put it like this and not like this. So I had to peel the sticker off and put it back on, and now it's a little worse for wear. By the way, when I built the set and put the sticker on upside down, I actually was going to just leave it like that and modify the plaque, but decided not to because I wanted accuracy. Yeah, but anyways, speaking of the base, it just clicks on... It's pretty simple. Got this piece. It doesn't need to stay on there. It actually looks a lot nicer without it, but the set said to put it on there, so you just line up the hole, click it on, and now you got a helicopter. I'm just kidding. But it actually looks really nice with this base, and I kind of wish all the other Batmobiles did this, like the tumbler, but it unfortunately doesn't. But yeah, this is really nice. And of course, it wouldn't be a Batmobile with flick fire missiles. Amazing. You can actually switch out these flick fire missiles for a normal just hood piece, but honestly, I don't really want to change it because it's really annoying because you kind of have to take the entire front half apart in order to take it out, which is really annoying. And you can't just pull it out. You have to tear it apart. Obviously, you could fit 2 minifigures in the front or in the car. For some reason, they didn't put Robin in this set. The set probably would have been perfect with 3 minifigures, Batman, Robin, and Joker. The 2016 version of this, which is the older one, this is the 2021, I'm pretty sure this came out. It had a Robin and Batman, but instead they replaced him with Joker for some reason, which makes no sense because you almost always see this with both Batman and Robin in it. And that's pretty much my only nitpick with the set. I wish it came with 3 minifigures, Batman, Robin, and Joker, instead of just Batman and Joker. Alright, now it's time to address the elephant in the room, or the Batmobile on the desk. What you're looking at right now is a masterpiece. This has to be the best Batmobile or best Batman Lego set ever, hands down. This is the best Lego Batman set. Looking at the movie, if you've watched the Dark Knight series, you'll recognize immediately what this is. This is the Dark Knight tumbler, and it is sorry, I'm so excited I'm dying. It is so spot on and perfect that you'll think you're looking at the movie. This is literally perfect. You got it's got all the same little triangular panels on it. It's got the big bulky wheels. It's got the little glass thing at the front. It's got flick fire missiles, of course. I'm not gonna shoot them now. And it's got these weird things. I assume that these are like wings or like some sort of like, I don't know what these are. But it's accurate. You can see like little bits of gold and stuff to kind of break up the black, which I don't think is accurate to the movie, but it may be. I just don't remember perfectly. But, oh, there's a hair on it. But the gold and light gray and dark gray breaks it up enough to where it doesn't look like a black blob. Because although it is accurate, if it was entirely black, it would kind of start losing the perfectness of it. But yeah, looking at the source material, it is very accurate, and in my opinion, this is probably one of the best Batmobiles. There's hair everywhere. So sorry. But this is probably the best Batmobile ever, hands down. The Michael Keaton one, nah. The 1966 one, maybe, but nah. The newer one, that one's cool, but no. But this is perfect. Of course, it's pretty practical thinking about it. If Batman is going out to fight criminals that with weapons, you would want an armored truck. You would want a brick. You would want a monster on wheels that could just blow up anything in its path. And although this set cannot do that, in the movie, the Batmobile can turn into what's called the Bat Pod in the movie, or the Bat Cycle. I made a little custom one out of another Batman set I had. It's not scaled to this, but it's scaled to the minifigure. Barely, though. But, anyways, getting back into this set. It's pretty accurate and it's pretty good. It's very simple. You can't really do much with it. You could roll it, but it's pretty good. I really like it. Opening it up, you could see that there's an accessory in there. But looking inside, you can see that it's actually very spacious in here. It's not like really compact and awkward, which is actually, again, very accurate to the movie. We see it in the movie, and even though it's a big armored tank, there's actually a lot of room to move around in there. Like, you fit 2 people in there, and maybe even a third person if you really squeeze them in. But yeah, you can see all the controls and stuff. You can see all this. I like how instead of using a steering wheel like most Batmobiles, they actually used a bucket handle, which is actually probably used more often to resemble other things than an actual bucket handle. But it looks like, yeah, it's pretty good. The only problem with this set is that you can't really... So, in Batman Begins, which this is what this set is based off of, like, Batman kind of, like, moves in and down, and this is supposed to be a windshield, and it basically becomes a turret. These guns are supposed to be actually on the inside, and that's the only inaccurate thing about this. It's supposed to be on the inside of the wheels and not the outside. But this basically becomes like a turret where Batman sits. He sits inside here, and he shoots. This is supposed to be a windshield. But you can't really fit him in there. I mean, I guess there's really no way to do it without making it look really big and bulky and kind of weird looking. I'm okay with the fact that they couldn't do that. I kind of wish they made like a second version or like a more play version with the capability of like taking the motorcycle out of the front, because that was actually really cool in the movie. But to be honest, it's more reasonable why they can't do that, because I feel like it's, even with the more realisticness of the Dark Knight movies, even that seems a little questionable how this can become a turret and then also turn into a motorcycle later. It's a little confusing. Like the other one, you could fit 2 minifigures in the cockpit, which looks pretty comfortable in there since there's a lot of room. And like I said earlier, it's got flick fire missiles. Amazing. Don't worry, I have replacements. This set is nearly spot on. The only problem that I have with this set is that I really wish it came with a Joker minifigure. The problem with it not coming with a Joker minifigure, I wouldn't mind it if the Joker minifigure came in like a smaller set with like a truck and a bat cycle and like Dark Knight Batman and some other characters. That would be fine because that's an affordable set. But you can only get the Joker in the big, really expensive UCS sets, which I guess would make people want to buy it because it's got a really exclusive figure. The thing is, in order to get the one with the trench coat, the more oftenly seen version of him, you need to get the older version of the UCS Bat Tumbler, and it's really annoying, especially for people who can't afford to buy like an $1,000 used massive hunk of plastic that they'll probably never use because they only want the tiny little hunk of plastic that comes with it. There's nothing wrong with the set. It's just that I wish it came with a Joker instead of a Scarecrow, or at least a follow-up set or an additional set with Joker in it. To be honest, that's really the only problem with this set. Besides that, it's pretty much perfect. It's pretty accurate to the movie. The characters are also pretty accurate. And yeah, that's it. Alright, so my final thoughts on these sets is I would have to give the 1966 Batmobile an 8 out of 10. It's almost perfect. I just really wish it didn't have as many stickers as it does. And I would have to give the Bat Tumbler, a 10 out of 10. It is one of the best Batmobiles I've ever built, and I've built a decent amount, and yeah, it's pretty much perfect. The only problem is not with the set, it's just with my personal opinion and the figures and stuff. And again, it's not really that bad enough to harm the rating at all. Okay, you made it to the end of the video. And for the loyal viewers who have decided to watch all the way to the end, you get your prize. The bonus mini review on this Batman polybag set, I forgot the name of it, but I'm just going to call it the Michael Keaton Batman polybag set. So, obviously, so this is like the perch of a building, like it's supposed to be the top corner. It's kind of strange without any context. It kind of just looks like a weird brick. But I actually I actually have a building that I want to put this on. Yeah. But this is not the highlight of the set. This is just like an extra bit. The actual highlight of the set is the gorgeous minifigure that it comes with. Coming in for a closer look of the minifigure, and he comes with the Batarang. All Lego Batman minifigures do, so I'm not going to talk about it. This minifigure is really good. Like, the whole point of this polybag is for the people who can't afford the big UCS sets that this Batman minifigure comes in. I was actually pretty excited to get this, and it's living up to expectations. I struggle to say that. So, as you can see, unlike most Batman minifigures where it's the cowl and cape piece is a plastic Batman mask and then a cloth cape or paper cape if you're looking at the older Batman minifigures. This one, the mask and cape is one big piece. Why is this like this? Well, if you look in the movie, the mask like pretty much connects all the way into the cape. And it's one big piece. Yeah. Here's the minifigure without it. It's got an alternate head, an alternate face, which is just normal Michael Keaton. Didn't come with any hair, so it's kind of strange that they included this face, but it's cool that we get it. But yeah, it's kind of like, it's almost molded to look like it's like fluttering, and it looks normal enough to where it looks good when. So this minifigure is not meant for play or anything, which is why you never see it in play sets and only the big fancy display models. Mainly because that you can't really sit him down in any Batmobile, whether it be the Tumbler or 1966 Batman. As you can see, if I try and put him in, it just does not want to go. Now, of course, you could probably customize this, but modifying Lego is a sin. Do not modify your Lego bricks. Don't worry, I'm guilty of this, of accidentally, or of modifying my bricks, so I'm not innocent either. But I guess if you really wanted to, you could cut off the cape and make it a cloth one, but to be honest, like, why get this minifigure if you're just going to do that? Unless if you're going to recreate the Flash, that Batman Flash from the new Flash movie, which I guess, but why not just get a red Batman minifigure, because I know that those exist. Thank you so much for watching this new series, or this first installment of a new series Lego review. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, bye-bye.